Hello, my name is William Allen. This is my Module 1 presentation for AEP 858. So just a little bit of background on me. I grew up in a small town, Brewster, Kansas. I graduated with 8 from my high school class, went on to Benedictine College, which is a small Catholic college on the Missouri River, and graduated with a bachelor's in elementary education, where I then moved back to Colby, Kansas, which is just about 20 minutes from my hometown, known as the Oasis on the Plains. If you've ever been on interstate, that's what Colby's kind of known for. As far as my teaching career, I have taught at a small Catholic school, Sacred Heart, here in Colby for the past 3.5 years. Kindergarten through fifth, there's about 80 students. I taught second grade for a year and a half and then moved to fifth grade for the past 2 years. A little bit about my personal life. On that first slide was my wife Katie and I, who we will have been married for 2 years next month in July. And Rosalie joined us on March 7th of this year, so life has definitely changed a lot with the pandemic and our little girl coming. So it's been a little crazy, but it's been awesome. Love parenthood so far. Some hobbies include playing sports, reading books, watching movies, and spending time with our family. Her family is just about 40 minutes away, and my parents are still about 20 minutes away in Brewster, so it's been great to see both of them. As far as my goals for the future, I hope to become a building principal, hopefully in a Catholic school. I would love to do it here in Colby if that door opens, but we'll see. So yeah, I hope to move into a leadership position to allow my wife to stay at home and raise our family. So looking at how Sacred Heart analyzes data, we just unified with other Catholic schools in our diocese in Kansas. So I'm not sure how, as a district, we've been collecting data, but I know at Sacred Heart we have collected a lot of data, I feel, and it's fairly plentiful. We use lots of tools like Iowa Basics, which are now just Iowas. We use Dibbles, which is now Acadians Learning. It's a little outdated. We just implemented star reading this year, and as well on top of state assessments and our typical summative assessments and tests that we give throughout the year. So I feel like we have quite a bit of information at our fingertips. I would say that certain teachers are more aware and equipped to analyze and use this data than others. We have some that are even younger than I am or newer to teaching than I am and are still working on their degrees. We have some that are veterans that have been teaching for 20 plus years, so it kind of varies on how experienced we are. As a school, we are lacking coherence and direction. So over the past 5 years, Sacred Heart has had 5 principals. So I have been there for 3 of them. And I definitely believe that this has hurt us as a whole school and what direction we want to go. And we have attempted in the past to collaborate with one another since there's just one teacher per grade level. We've attempted to collaborate all together and see how our school or where our school's strengths lies, where our students are lacking. And I believe that this could be helpful in purchasing curriculum and other decisions, but it just hasn't been all that successful. As far as my own personal use of data-informed instructional decisions and using data on a day-to-day basis, I have had very small classes the past 2 years. I've had 7 students and 8 students. So a lot of my data comes from just informal formative observations that I make on a daily basis. This influences how fast I go and the amount of direct instruction I give. If I feel that they are grasping a concept quickly, I might move on. If I feel like they're struggling, I might give a little longer lesson before I break out into small groups where I get to work with them. Smaller groups, I should say. As well as the summative tests and assessments that I give. I typically at the end of a unit, if they have done poorly as a class, I'll reteach or expand upon some topics that I might have missed or I feel like they haven't understood as well. And then if I have a couple that I have on watch for, say, reading, I use those benchmarks and tools that I talked about before as a means of progress monitoring. So I guess my plan or tentative plan that I would have moving forward with data and using it to improve the learning environment for all students and teachers. I obviously hope to glean as much as I can from this class and the other classes that I'm taking. I hope to continue to push for a review of our data to inform curriculum decisions we are looking into purchasing a new reading curriculum. So I would like to use some data to back up what we purchase, and finally just improve and continue my current teaching practices so that I can become even better at using data to target what I need to teach and change my instructional practices. I look forward to the rest of this class, and thank you for watching.